there are times when church and community feel more like a discipline than delight. And let's just be honest, like for most of us, now is one of those times. None of us, like I don't care how introverted you are, like maybe it was fun for 3 weeks, but none of us like the idea of live stream church or Zoom community. Not me, not Bethany. In our opinion, it is not the future of the church. It is a temporary solution to get us through a global pandemic. It's the lesser of evils. It's that or we don't worship together for like a year or something. But there are times, in end times, when church and community or even any of the practices feel a little bit like a slog, if you're just honest. And I know it's not that way for all of you, but it is for a lot. They are actually more important in those seasons, not less. And please just listen to me here. Think back to last week's kind of teaching from James 1. If we persevere through this time, it has the potential to mature us, to grow us at a really deep way, and specifically to shift our internal heart motivation. This is a big part behind maturity here, from kind of an egoic narcissism, kind of grasping for control, to a kind of self-giving agape love. And that is one way to frame the entirety of the spiritual journey, from ego to agape.
Yeah.
And, a lot of us, if we are honest with ourselves, and most of us it's too scary to do it, a lot of the good things we do, like church and community or even prayer, are really based in a kind of narcissism. We do them because we like how they make us feel. Now, we might put it into Christianese, like, I just feel like I'm growing spiritually or whatever. All great, that's not a bad thing. But often, what happens when we don't feel like we're growing spiritually, or we, quote, get anything out of it, or in like old school church language, people would say, I don't feel fed, which was like code for I don't like the pastor or whatever, and before they shipped church. And again, we can put Christian spin and language and cliche around what really, and there's legitimate stuff in all of that, but really at a root is often about narcissism. It's so sad when people often kind of grow up in the church and then walk away, and it's right at the spot where like they're not getting something out of it. It's the spot where they have the most to give to others, and then they walk away. It's like you take what you get and then you abandon the church. So this is an incredible opportunity for us to let that narcissism die, to persevere, because at the end of the day, most of us are a part of a church or in community because of what we get out of it. And so it's easy to forget that church isn't primarily about us growing spiritually, as important as that is. Church isn't primarily about us getting anything out of it. It's not even primarily about us giving to other people. Primarily, church is about God. Like the main reason we show up Sunday after Sunday right now in our living room with like pancakes in our pajamas or whatever is to worship God, is to reorient our heart back to its true north in God himself. And so this time, none of us like it. I can't wait until we're all back in like a proper room together and I can hug somebody without like killing them. I cannot wait for that day. But until then, this is a chance for us to let our hearts shift before God and to come out of this people, not just of discipline, but people of agape.